Hello, dearies. Welcome. I have something really exciting to share with you today. I actually was not planning on doing a video until this arrived in the mail, so I'm using a different spot. This other old work table I have may look different to you. But yeah, so I'm feeling totally unprepared for this, but I'm just so excited when this came and I wanted to share it with you. So I'm a huge fan of Caitlin and John Matthews' work. And so when their publisher, Watkins Media, contacted me to see if I would be interested in getting an advance copy of a new deck they were putting out, I could not say yes fast enough. I was so excited. And it's been a while. I've been waiting a really long time, but as you can see, it looks like it had some trouble arriving to me. They had not put the zip code on, and I think that was the issue. But no matter, because it is here, and I'm going to open it with you. So I don't know too much about this deck, to be honest. When they outreached me about it, I didn't even know that they were coming out with a new deck, and had to look it up, but there wasn't much information out there. So just a little note that they included in there for me. Ooh, look at this. I'm so very excited. I'm so excited that I didn't even remember to bring my knife for opening this up. So like I normally have these things all planned out. I literally just grabbed the package in my phone and came running to this spot so I could record it, because I did not want to have to wait to open it. Obviously, the box is quite large. Tarot of Light and Shadow by John Matthews and Andrea Aste. Wow. For the first time ever, two decks have been designed to work together in a new multi-layered approach to the tarot. The shadow deck, your inner world, your instinct, and what is unknown. The light deck, the outer world, the rational, and what is known. So this is a double deck. Oh, there's quite a nice thick book, as you can see. And it gives both meanings for each card, the light side and the shadow side. So this is kind of cool, because I mean, this is normally something that I just do intuitively when I'm doing a reading, because all cards have both a shadow side and a light side. But here they've sort of teased out the two, and oh, this is great. Oh my goodness. Okay. So we have the dark and the light here. I don't normally, I'm not super comfortable with terms like dark and light, dark representing bad and light representing good. I think that those terms are fraught with context that I don't agree with. But I prefer to use terms like light and shadow, or things that are known and unknown, conscious and subconscious, and that sort of thing. But yeah, and so I'm glad that this deck uses that as well, light and shadow versus light and dark. But okay, let's get on with this. The cards look pretty standard, maybe even a little smaller than standard size. Oh, these are really interesting backs. I like those. They are reversible. Let's see if this is the same. They are. And the card stock is good quality. It feels like a pretty standard sort of card stock, not particularly thick and not too thin either. So I think what I'll do is just go through these card by card at the same time so that we can compare. Speaking of light and shadow, this spot I'm working in today, again, since it's an unusual spot, I have a nice, that was just by a happy accident. We have a light and shadow space that we're working at today. I'll try to keep these in the shadow so they're easier to see. And I will just comment as I go along with these. So this is interesting here. I was thinking they're all exactly the same, but they're not quite. This has a key and this has the keyhole here. So that is really cool. I like that. They are sort of more mirror images of each other. The Empress here has the trees coming out of her head, and this one here does not. It has more like a turban or a shell sort of thing. I have to look at the book. This is one of those decks where I will have to consult the little white book. As many of you know, as I always say, I don't normally look at the little white books that come with decks, but in this case I might need to. There's so much here. I could get lost in this deck. I'll try to go a little bit faster so this isn't a really long video. I do have to say I'm quite pleased that this is a smaller deck. I do have decks that are larger that I love, but I have small hands, which again I've mentioned before, and so smaller decks are just generally easier for me to work with and handle. A snake instead of the traditional lion in the strength card. These are great death cards. I really like this. I have to pull these back to show you, because how I always read the shadow side of the sun is that it can burn. It's too much. It's too intense. So I love how in this one we have the flowers all in bloom, and then in this one they're wilted and have been withering in the heat. There we have it for the majors. These are a bit slippery, so my apologies. They haven't been worn in yet, so they're kind of slipping all over the place. Again, interesting here. We have for the Two of Swords, the different interpretations. I really like this, where the swords are sort of crossed here and not there. A little bit different for a pip or Marseille style pip deck, because they are all a little bit different. The swords and these ones here are sort of crumbly, and like the hilts are a little bit different from card to card. Make sure I don't have, yeah, there we go. Page of Swords. I'm going to have to spend some time really studying this imagery. I'm resisting the urge to do that right now, so I don't keep these up on camera for too long and bore you. But there's so much detail in these. Okay. Onto the quartz for the cups. Interesting. So it looks like they have chosen to go with serpents instead of wands. I'm assuming there, because serpents are usually associated with fire. So sort of like serpents and dragons. That's really cool. Because of the circular nature of these, I'm wondering if maybe these are pentacles rather than wands. I guess we shall see. You guys are figuring this out with me as I go along. This is more reminiscent of a pentacle in a traditional deck, so maybe that is where they have gone. That's the direction they've gone on in this one. Oh, yep, it was. These are pentacles. They've done serpents instead of pentacles, because here we are with wands. I have to say, this is one of the most unusual decks I've ever seen. It's really intriguing. I've seen so many decks in my 30 years plus of reading cards that when I see one that's so different and so striking, it's such a treat. So we have this mystery at the end here. We have the cosmic mirror. I'll have to look up and see what that is. Very cool. So yeah, so there you have it. I hope you enjoyed this little walkthrough as much as I enjoyed walking through it, to give you a little taste of what's to come. Be looking for this on my Instagram for sure. I just can't, my mind is reeling right now. I have so many questions and I want to just dive into the book and find out more. And I'm intrigued by the idea of using these decks together in a single reading as well. I wonder if you like shuffle them together, or what the deal is with that. So you will know more as I know more. I'll be talking about this more on my Instagram for sure and sharing more of it with you. So I hope you enjoyed that, dearies. Thank you so much, as always, for joining me. If you like this video, please give a thumbs up, or subscribe if you haven't already, as it does really help my channel. And I look forward to seeing you next time. Bye for now.